It's the two trains on either side of the road. SD Works Pro Time, as they are called, of course, with their extra sponsor, and DSM Firmenich PostNL. In the middle, a little bit of a train with Lily Williams and Romy Kasper. We have Ilse Pluimers still there, Marta Lach, Letizia Paternoster, Elisa Balsamo, Gasparini is one of the riders there, Bertizzolo also of the UAE Team ADQ. But it's all about being in position for these final corners. And look at how narrow this path is. This is not a throughway. This is only used by bikes and people who actually have to be there, who live there, who have a farm there. This is not a really wide road and really, really hard to move up. Abby Smith in a little bit of trouble, but she did some fantastic work there at the front of the bunch for her teammates. Femke Gerritsen, Misha Bredewold, two riders in front of Magirus and, of course, Lorena Wiebes. Who can beat Lorena Wiebes? That is going to be the big question. See one of the Ceratisit riders on the wheel of Lorena Wiebes as the sun starts to set. It's almost 6 p.m. at the moment in the Netherlands. It's quite a late race, but that is for you to be able to see this race after the Tirreno and after Paris-Nice. Final 2 kilometers. Tension is rising, Danny. That final turn is coming, and Francisca Koch is giving everything to get that DSM Firmenich train into position for that final right-hander onto the fun terrain. The pace is really, really high, and this is that corner. No, this is not that corner just yet. We still have one more to go onto the climb, but look at the pace and look at the trains on the road there. On the left-hand side, DSM Firmenich. On the right-hand side, SD Works Pro Time. It's a really impressive display. Through the middle, Lorenza Hansen is piloting Elisa Balsamo. We also see Consonni move to the front with Puk Pieters a little bit further back. Consonni there with, I think it's Bertizzolo doing the work, but look at the pace. This is a sprint before the sprint, before that final kilometer onto the terrain. Here it is, that corner that I was referring to. Fiver Georgi first in the corner with a call. And look at the gap that Fiver Georgi has after that fantastic cornering skill. We're in the final kilometer, Danny. The final kilometer of the Ronde van Drenthe. Fiver Georgi is leading. We have Charlotte Kool in 3rd position. On her wheel, Elisa Balsamo. In 6th position, as we speak, is Lorena Wiebes. Fiver Georgi is doing an absolute marvelous job there for Charlotte Kool. We're going the final corner and start the climb. It's such a short climb. It's such a punchy climb. Letizia Paternoster also moving towards the front. Puk Pieterse is still there, moving all the way on the outside. In the blue is Puk Pieterse. Can she still avoid that bunch sprint? Fiver Georgi is setting the pace with Magirus, with Wiebes, with Pieterse, with Balsamo, with Kool, with Paternoster, all moving to the front now. On towards that final stretch of cobbles. There goes Fiver Georgi out of the saddle together with Magirus. They are going to launch their sprinters. Wiebes is moving up with Balsamo on her wheel. The final few hundred meters of the Ronde van Drenthe. Will it be the 4th title there for Lorena Wiebes? Absolute marvelous job here by Christine Magirus, piloting, leading out Lorena Wiebes. But Elisa Balsamo is on her wheel. But Pieterse not that far back, and Letizia Paternoster there in 1st place. There is a little bit of a gap going onto the cobbles right now with Magirus, with Wiebes and with Balsamo. Wiebes is opening a sprint, and can Balsamo still get past the Dutch rider? No, she absolutely cannot. Lorena Wiebes is the queen of the Ronde van Drenthe. Number 4, a record holder in this race.
That was quite a display of power from Lorena Wiebes the final time up the Vanberg, wasn't it? But she came in as the big favourite there. It was, could anyone challenge? Balsamo came close there, positioned really well, but yeah, just
but can I say,
what a set of legs she's got on her at the moment, because that was quite a display of power, wasn't it?
But can I say how amazing Christine Magirus did that lead out? That was really something. She's back.
It really was, indeed.
A big hug here between Christine Magirus and Lorena Wiebes, because this is a team win. We saw all the riders of SD Worx Pro Time participate, with Chantal van der Broek-Blaak earlier on in this race, but then the two Femkes, Wiebes, Bredevold and Magirus, it was an absolute team effort there for SD Worx Pro Time. This is that final, Danny.
Yeah, you can see here the lead out from Christine Magirus here, really laying down the power. Lorena Wiebes on the wheel, Balsamo tucked right in, little gap back to Puck Petersen with Letizia Paternoster on the wheel. And then as they hit the cobbles, Lorena Wiebes just opens up the fire burners, doesn't she? Out the saddle, back wheel skipping, but it doesn't matter. She's got too much power for that. Just look at the gap that she's able to open up in the final 50 metres.
It's such a display of force. The watts were through the roof there for Lorena Wiebes. And Elisa Balsamo, she has to settle for second, but there was nothing she could do about this.
No, but it was a strong performance from Balsamo. You know, only having team of Loretta Hansen in that front group for final kilometres of the race there. So still a really strong performance, and podium position for Puck Petersen after all of the attacks she was doing.
It's win number 10 of the season for SD Worx. 2 wins for Lorena Wiebes in the UE Tour. Lotte Kopecky, of course, with that fantastic display on Jebel Havid. And the overall win, Marlen Reusser winning in Valencia. Nick Fischer-Black winning in Valencia, and Reusser the overall. Lotte Kopecky in Strade Bianche, and now Lorena Wiebes twice this week in the Gooikse Pijl Oettingen on Wednesday, and now the Ronde van Drenthe on Sunday. This is that final kilometre with Petersen moving up, and I think, well, she might still try something.
She was looking like she was going to launch a move, wasn't she? But Pfeiffer Georgie, the British champion, just setting the pace there. You can see her teammate in Charlotte Kool just about 5 wheels back there. Fortunately, Kool didn't have the legs to do it on this final climb, but really strong performance from Pfeiffer Georgie, stringing it out. Christina Magirus there just taking over the pace.
Just nothing you can do about this. This is so impressive. And at this point, Elisa Balsamo can just follow the pace. But then when we get onto the cobbles, it's such an amazing display of power there by Lorena Wiebes that there's nobody in the world that can match that power.
Yeah, you can see that she comes out of the saddle there. The back wheel was just skipping all over the place, and
oof,
the bike is a rear wheel drive. So when your back wheel is bouncing, you're losing all of that power that you're putting out. But it wasn't really needed, was it? Almost. She had clear daylight between her and Balsamo in the end.
Not the fastest edition of the Ronde van Drenthe, because when we had Valerie de Meij in a solo breakaway, the pace was actually rather modest, so to say. But after that, we saw a really impressive finale. Femi van Issem, we call her the Queen of Drenthe, the organizer here, is congratulating the other queen of the Ronde van Drenthe, because she is the only one now with 4 wins. Marianne Vos was on 3, and Lorena Wiebes is now on 4 wins. Whether it's a flat finish in Hogeveen or this one on the Van Berg, it just doesn't matter, because Lorena Wiebes wins for SD Worx Pro Time. Balsamo, Petersen in 3rd place, Paternoster, Berto, Guazzini, Convalonieri, Magirus, Pfeiffer Georgie in 9th, and Charlotte Kool only in 10th place.